What's going on, everybody? It's a beautiful day out here. Thanks for stopping in. Today I'm going to go over the pied warty frog, or better known as Vietnamese Bird Poop Frog, Theloderma I built. I built it about 6 months ago, and I've been keeping track of the progress ever since. And I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. It wasn't very difficult, but I did try a few new things. And overall, I'm really happy with it. They're a really cool species of frog. Uh, Very beautiful. They have nice bright red eyes. They're easy to take care of, and like I said, they're pretty cool, and I recommend them to anybody. And on with the build. The Vietnamese bird poop frog, also called the pied warty frog, is found in South Asia, mainly in Vietnam, Thailand, and Malaysia. They live in wetland forests, spending much of their time in low vegetation and water-filled tree cavities. They need high humidity and they prefer water sources. They are a very aquatic species of frog, and they require between 70 to 100% humidity. They also prefer temperatures in the high 60s to low 70s. Anything above 80 is bad news. They'll eat any bug they can fit in their mouth, and when they're young, you can keep a few of them in a 10-gallon tank. But ideally, a 20-gallon hive will be great. Just make sure they have plenty of clean water, humidity, and proper temperature. They're very easy to take care of if you follow these rules. So here's how I built the tank. First and foremost, you want to take I use egg crepe, but any type of material that you can glue with silicone to the back of the tank, and actual silicone too, just to hold the foam in place, because if you don't, eventually the foam will fall off and it'll ruin your background. I use the more expensive pond foam. It's gray in color and not yellow. I just like it a little bit better because this was a small project, and the background doesn't show if some of the substrate falls off the back, so it's kind of nice. So I fastened the two pieces of mapani wood to the back, and now I'm going to use some more of the egg crate material and build the top of the waterfall. I don't know how I came up with this. I kind of just made it up on the spot, didn't put too much thinking in it, but it turned out pretty decent, as you'll see. I think it worked out pretty cool for a waterfall. So here's how I made the filter. It's just a simple aquarium foam with a submersible pump and a takeout dish. Pretty cheap and effective. The best part about this is that it cost me like $5 total. So here I attached peat moss to the background, and I stuck the hose through the top there, feeding it into the filter, as you can see. And I put some cups on the side. Those will be for the plants. Now this barrier is not going to be waterproof, but it will make a type of a shore that they can climb onto, and it'll all make sense as we go further. I'm basically going to fill that gap towards the back of the wall with some filler, some stones and stuff. And the substrate I'm using, it's just organic potting soil and some substrate mixed together. I'll throw in some sphagnum moss, stuff like that. Nothing special. I'm not growing any crazy plants in here. And this is an antenna fern, I believe, we're going to use. and I just picked a snail out of my Vietnamese mossy frog tank. I'm going to use some of that Salmonella and creeping fig for the build today, but I did grab a snail to feed my pufferfish. And here he is. He loves eating snail shells. It's his favorite food. I'm going to drop it in. It's a Fahaka puffer, and I'll have to make a care guide for those too because I think they're super awesome. It's one of my favorite pets. And they smash snails, as you can see in the snail graveyard. And here I'm just going to grab some of this creeping fig. It's growing like crazy. The amount that started in that tank was maybe, I don't know, the size of a Dixie cup. So it grew like wildfire. So here we go. The water's pretty dirty, and I filled some filler in the back with some stones and covered it with some Java moss. That's going to be the land substrate, which will be kept wet by all the water in the tank. Since there's no barrier, that's just a makeshift barrier. And I planted the plants on the side, and it looks bare now, but once the plants grow in, it'll look really awesome. As you can see, the waterfall flows pretty nicely. So this is after 5 days of the filter running. It's coming along. It still looks bare, obviously. It's only been 5 days, but I'm going to add some plants. I don't remember this plant's name. I think it's a species of Salvinia. And of course, I am adding some Salvinia. I think this is Rotala. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on it. And of course, Indian almond leaves. These frogs, they do enjoy the tannins, which is a big plus, so stock the water full of those. They love it. They love the dirty, clean water, which means it's filtered, but it has all the tannins in it. And that provides some great hiding spots for them, and they love it. It's just great for them. Also, the Salvinia, they keep the water clean too because they're plants, so you got a lot going on there just to keep a happy environment. And on the 7th day, we added frogs. It looks like they're liking the environment. They're just hanging out, camouflaging in good. I love their red eyes. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but they have beet red eyes. They're so red, so cool. I love them. So the waterfall's flowing a little fast, but I can just put more moss on it to make it flow a little slower so it doesn't make a big of a splash, but as of right now, I'm okay with it, and the frogs don't seem to mind. I think these frogs are kind of underrated. I think they're unique looking, they're easy to take care of, and they make fun pets. I also love the Theloderma style aquariums. They're my favorite to build. There's just something about the land and water aspect combined that just, I don't know, it just does it for me. And I love those red eyes. Super cool if you ask me. And the patterns, their camouflage is great. Just be sure to keep the water clean with these guys because Frogs don't like dirty water. It's very important to change the water and keep the filtration going. It's less of an issue when you have a lot of plants, especially aquatic plants, but you still got to keep on track. I just feed these dusted pinhead crickets. They get them pretty quick. These are more nocturnal frogs, so you might not see them during the day, but they seem to be active at all times. The plants I'm growing in the tank, they don't need very much crazy light or anything like that. I just have like a basic stock LED shop light type thing, so they'll grow pretty quick and I'm not really worried about it. Java moss is super hardy, so is the creeping fig, and the antenna fern, I'm pretty sure those grow pretty easy too. It's nice and humid in there, so that helps a lot. I think the floating plants add a nice touch. As you can see, the frogs are comfortable and they can just dip down underneath them when they feel threatened. Plants also help with the filtration. They're always good to have. I don't think I could ever build a tank without plants, to be honest with you. Yeah, they don't seem very shy. Once the plants grow in, though, I'm sure they'll do a lot of hiding, but they're fun to look at for sure. So that'll wrap it up. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe, you know the drill. And if you want to see an update, let me know in the comments below, because I'd love to make another video how everything turned out. Till then, see you later.